And then all of a sudden you're standing there, you're this hooded figure with a gun in your hand.
Uh-huh.
So to be totally clear, the governor is on stage by this point, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And that being said, now that general attention has been drawn to this, Vixen, what do? You hear somebody say, "Hey, what is that guy doing? Is that a gun?" Ah! There's somebody screaming, and then there's like a big uproar as and there's the beginnings of panic as people are starting to freak out about what's happening here. What do you do? I was going to say, is that a Corona? But it's MGD, isn't it?
MGD, yeah.
So you're standing there with your hot dog and you're in your power suit. You found a good
exactly. I'm just like, I'm calming my pants down, essentially.
But you mentioned that you kind of suspected that something was going to happen. And so you have what you need to transform into your superior identity.
So I have at all times a kind of like a key fob for our battle van, which has a machine gun attached to it. So I'm just going to fire off a couple of rounds, pull it out, fire off a couple of rounds from the machine gun just into the sky.
This is not one of your powers unless it is, you are declaring that this is part of your
part of my gear. Yeah.
Let's just read the gear real quick.
Yeah, it's no powers and not enough training, which I'm like, what? You're always picking up new gear to keep yourself in the game.
The move comes from the beacon list, but because it has to do with gear, I figured it applied. I just didn't change it because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
You're always picking up new gear to keep yourself in the game. And if you pick up a new piece of gear, you can write it in as a new ability if this line is empty. So I'm not going to write battle van because that's like Swiss Army knife, right? It's like it's a little too versatile.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's just the power has to be something specific. I think specifically you have to be able to use a move from a playbook in order to do this. Okay, so it says the first time you use a piece of gear to do, so it says it has to be one of these moves: directly engage a threat, unleash your powers, or defend. You can roll plus mundane instead of your normal label, which is really good for you because your mundane is high. Did you bump it up to +3? I don't remember.
I did.
Yeah. So are you defending someone? What is your purpose? Why are you trying to fire off the rounds in the air?
Well, defend rolls on savior.
Yeah, normally.
Right.
But you would roll plus mundane because of this move.
Oh, okay. I would just oh man. Just run towards the stage and shout at the governor to get down.
Oh, so you're abandoning the
let's forget about the battle van thing.
Okay. So you're running to the stage to alert the governor. You and about 20 other people had the same idea.
Yeah.
And of course, there's a team of of security personnel, kind of like the black suits with the earpiece people. As soon as they hear what you're saying, they start kind of whisking the governor off to the side. Yeah, so that's what's happening. What do you do? Can I point out another move that we haven't used yet?
Sure.
Well, you have your straight up creeping thing, but there's also a move that is very useful when you're not sure what to do, called assess the situation. It just means you're looking around, you're trying to find out where the danger lies, you're trying to find out what's actually going on here.
That does sound pretty handy there, that you've just realized something's off. So
Yeah, let's do that then.
Yeah, I don't want to put the moves in your mouth, but I want to make you aware of them. Which ones have we used so far? We have used directly engage a threat, unleash your powers,
And just his
and
specific.
provoke. So there's still a handful that we haven't done. But do you want to roll and assess?
Let's roll and assess.
Okay, you are rolling plus superior.
Which is 0, I think.
Okay, so it's not your strongest point.
Oh no, I have +1.
When you have more time, you do straight up creep in, but this is assess the situation because you're in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, roll it. Show us what you get.
3.
So this is where I get to make a move, right?
Not rolling those foam dice anymore. That's bullcrap.
You are looking straight up at that rooftop where you see that this is going on. You see what everyone else sees. You see a person in a dark hood. There's only the vague outline of a face, but holding a gun. You notice that they're not holding the gun aimed; they're holding it like up.
Yeah, like
And-
in a fist by the barrel.
What do you do with the gun at this point?
I want to throw it off.
Throw it. Okay,
Yeah.
you throw it off. So, and this person throws the gun off of the roof. You see that there are some people on the sidewalk in front of the building that may be in the path of its fall. But that's all that you notice right now.
Okay.
Most of the people are kind of like seeing this and they're kind of running away from there. But there's a few people that might get hurt. What do you do?
What do I do, or what does Joe do?
What does Vixen do?
What does Vixen do?
I'm gonna. Well, I want to duck into an alley and get in my duds.
Okay. I was hoping you would say that.
Yeah.
Because this is about superheroes. All right. So you do that. There's no move for this. But I'm going to say, like, are you making an effort to hide yourself? You said you're ducking into an alley. So you're trying to make yourself do this without being seen. That is an immediate threat, but you're not directly engaging it. You are defending yourself from it. So I want you to roll plus savior just to see what happens there.
Can I roll plus mundane?
If you want to fill your gear line with something that could help you to do that.
What do you mean? What's the difference?
So your mundane is specifically for those specific moves. You can pierce the mask with mundane. You can do your character moves, or you can comfort and support someone. So it's limited use in this situation. But because you have the gear move, you could have a piece of gear that for some reason, it could even be your costume itself, but for some reason it makes it easier to conceal the fact that you are changing your identity.
No, I don't think so. Let's do.
Okay, you're just gonna roll savior.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
bad. So +2.
Okay. 12.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, you duck into the alley. There's a couple of dumpsters. There's a dumpster, like a garbage dumpster and a recycling dumpster right behind it. You can kind of duck in between them, and you have cover from everyone else. Everyone else is completely freaked out and running around. Nobody is running into the alley here, so it's completely abandoned. You can quickly change your costume.
And I'm
so
going
you
to be
have a
yelling
moment,
at Martin
Don.
to get into his position and be the guy in the earpiece as well.
Martin, did you coordinate with Martin prior to this to be available, or is he back at your home base?
Yeah, he's one of those people that just showed up for the food.
Okay, so is he in the crowd or is he in the van?
He's in the crowd right now, but he's got an earpiece and yeah.
All right, so you got an earpiece, so you got a radio connection with him at all times, and you're just telling him, we got a problem here, you got to get to the van right away. So yeah, he starts making his way. Okay, oh man, I just finished. I was second person in line. I was just about to get some nachos.
Just about to get the elephant ear.
But you hear the telltale buzz of his electric wheelchair as he is. Is he in a wheelchair? I kind of assume that he is. Yeah, you said paraplegic?
Yes.
Yeah, so his electric wheel, you hear him scuttling off. So we have a moment while this happens for you to do something, Dante.
I want to get off of the roof and get back to my motorcycle.
Okay. Yeah, the guy, the sniper is crumpled in a heap. His face is bloody where you punched him, but he's totally unconscious. You kind of leave him. How do you choose to get down from the building? Do you go through the building?
Same way I got up, a fire escape.
Fire escape, classic. So yeah, you go down to the side. There's a fire escape that leads into the alley on the side of the building.
Yeah.
Okay. You go down there. There's a heavy thump just as you're pulling your mask on, Vixen, and you see drop from the bottom of the fire escape. How big are you? Are you a tall lizard man?
I'm pretty tall, not humanly
6'4"?
tall, but like 6'6", 6'7".
So so yeah, you see this very tall, thin, not cloaked but hooded figure drop from the fire escape from one arm, and then land. And the landing seems strange. It's like lands on his feet and then lands with one hand on the ground, almost animalistic, you would say. What do you do?
Do I recognize him?
No.
I
mean, I guess you're asking, like, is this the person who is on the roof?
Yeah. Do I connect him to being the person on the roof?
I'm gonna get you to roll plus. Maybe not. I think maybe you're trying to assess the situation again. Yeah, roll plus superior. We'll see what happens.
12 again.
Okay, so you can ask 2 questions. There are 5 questions you can choose from. You look at them on your basic move sheet, and you'll see what I'm talking about. What here can I use? What here is the biggest threat? What is here is the greatest danger? who here is most vulnerable to me, and how could we best end this quickly?
I can ask 2.
Yeah.
So what here is the biggest threat?
Okay, to whom?
To the governor.
Okay, definitely this guy, as far as you know, is the biggest threat, because it seems like he is dressed the same as the person who was up on the roof, and he clearly was intending to do harm to the governor.
And how could we best end this? How could we best end this quickly?
He doesn't know that you're there. What do
You know
do?
what I'm gonna do? He's a big ass dude. So I'm going to do the straight up creeping and see what he does. I'm gonna follow him.
Okay, so you're just gonna follow him instead of.
I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume. I know that the governor is being ushered off the stage, and this guy doesn't have a gun.
Okay, so straight up creeping.
Can I sense her with my super senses? Like, do I have any awareness that she's following me?
We'll have to roll to see what happens. Okay. But straight up creeping, just to let you know, Joe, there are 5 questions that you would be able to ask. And so there are some situations where it would make more sense than not. And so you kind of decide whether to use straight up creeping or assess the situation, or pierce the mask, because that's another move, to get the information that you want. But for now, you just start following him. Where do you go?
Where do I go?
Yeah.
I'm going back to my motorcycle.
Okay. And so you land you land on the ground in the alley. And why don't we roll in Joe's absence for your unleashing your powers to extend your senses?
Okay. So for unleashing my powers, I roll freak.
Yeah.
That's a 5 and 2 plus 3 is 10.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, you immediately are aware of somebody in the alley who is following you as you are walking down there. So you can choose to do with this information whatever you will.
I am going to let them think I don't notice them and keep going to my motorcycle.
Perfect. So yeah, we'll let Joseph know that you haven't noticed anything. Back. I love that.
Yeah, I want to make my way to back to my motorcycle, and I want to see if I can somehow take the van out of commission in a way that police and security would notice. And then once that's done, I want to get the heck out of there.
Okay. So the tall, hooded figure drops to the floor of the alley and starts walking away from you toward the opposite side of the building from where the governor is.
I'm going to pierce the mask.
Okay. Roll plus mundane. So you're like following him and trying to see what this person is up to. What did you get?
5.
Oh.
Okay. I
6.
want you to ask.
6.
I want you to ask one question. You got a 6? Okay. I want you to ask one question, whatever question you want.
What do you intend to do?
Okay. This person clearly intends to harm the governor. They're going around the back way, probably to cut off the governor's escape. What do you do?
I'm going to. I'm going to directly engage a threat.
Okay. So directly engage a threat means, yeah, you're just going to try and stop them. Are you using a piece of tech, or are you going to kung fu this sucker?
I'm going to try to do like a. Yeah, I'm just going to try to kung fu him.
Okay. I think this is unleashing your powers, which means you need to roll plus freak.
Oh, frick.
Because you're using your powers, there's not really another move for it. So.
Okay. So I guess. Hang on. Let me say that I want to create an opportunity for my allies, maybe. Because instead of just taking this guy on one-on-one, I want to alert police about his presence in the alley.
Okay, so you're just going to delay him and inform.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna I'm gonna make some noise, and hold him off until some police show up.
Okay, so your intention isn't to harm him. You're just trying to interfere with him.
I feel like I know enough to know I'm not going to take this guy down. I'm 5'6".
Okay. I think
I'm probably 140 pounds.
I think it's still going to be unleashing your powers.
Damn it.
It's hard to say. It's either going to be, you can either directly engage the threat. Probably, that's probably a better option, because I think your danger is better than freak.
Yeah, my freak is not good, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't have much for powers.
So yeah, like straight up kung fuing him is probably directly engaging the threat. So go for it.
All right. So
But that means there's a chance that you're going to get hit back. So.
Yeah. So I leap onto the dumpster, and then I jump straight onto this thing's shoulders, and I just get him into like a decent headlock with my legs wrapped around his
You can try.
neck.
Okay. So you got to roll, and then we'll say what happens. You get to choose based on how your roll goes.
This is plus danger?
Yeah.
I got a 9.
Okay. So you can choose, like you said, to create an opportunity for your allies. Take something, resist blows, or impress, surprise, or frighten.
Yeah, I want to create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay. So that means it's your move. You have the initiative because you kind of saw this coming. Monstrosity, go for it. What do you do?
You saw this coming?
Oh, that's your hand.
I missed that.
You weren't there.
Yeah, I turn around and I tell her
she's jumping at you in midair.
Yeah.
There's no telling her anything.
Okay, fair enough. I swat her aside midair.
Okay. Market condition. Vixen. You can choose which one.
Right. Should be relevant, right?
Yeah, it'd be nice if it made sense.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think afraid makes sense.
Afraid or insecure. Insecure is like can I take this guy? I don't know if I'm good enough at this. This guy, is this guy too much for me to handle? That kind of thing. So
Okay, let's go with that.
you want to do that one? Okay.
Yeah.
Insecure means -2 to defend someone or reject influence. We haven't talked about influence, but -2 to defend.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How is it cleared?
So you get swatted aside, you hit the alley wall, and you crumple to the ground. You didn't break anything, but you are dazed as you pick yourself up from the ground. Now you have an opportunity to say something.
Monstrosity.
Dante.
Okay. I say, stay out of my way. The governor's in danger. I have to stop them.
So you're like rolling on the ground, like, what?
What the?
All right. So what do you, Dante? Do you just like stride off?
I continue with my plan. I go for my motorcycle.
Start walking. Okay.
Yeah.
Vixen, what do you do as you pick yourself up off the ground?
I want to check in with Martin, see if he's gotten to the freaking van yet. I'm just like, what the hell's going on?
Almost there. I'm in the parkade elevator. I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah, okay. Should come earlier next time so we don't have to park on the 8th floor.
Wine. I haven't even had lunch yet.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, so she's still collecting herself.
Yeah, I'm gonna assess the
your
situation and watch
You're
him
gonna
watch him
assess?
go. Yeah, I'm gonna watch him go.
Do you want to assess? You've already tried to pierce the mask, and what you thought was happening is clearly is opposite what he's just saying. So you want to assess again?
No, let's pierce the mask. Let's say, yeah.
Okay, give it a try.
I got plus mundane. I got 11.
Okay. You can ask 3 of the questions from that list.
What are you really planning?
This guy's legit. He's not fooling around. Like, he just told you he's got to save the governor, and he walked away.
What do you intend to do?
That's what he intends to do. He's going to try and save the governor. I mean, some of it's obvious. I'm laughing, but what we're doing here is I'm just confirming what your character's assessment of the situation, right? It's like, this guy's not trying to trick you. He's legit, right?
Can she at least be aware that I'm getting on my motorcycle and
sure.
after something?
Yeah, at the end of the alley across the street, you see this guy. Vroom, vroom. What kind of motorcycle do you have?
Are
you a Harley guy?
It's a chopper.
Chopper.
Dope. Of course it is. Okay, well, can I...
You can ask one more question, or you could save it for later if you want. The other questions are like, you already have, what do you intend to do? What are you really planning? You've already, yeah, you kind of, they were both the same answer. If you ask me, what do you want me to do? It's gonna be a similar answer because you already got the answer to that question.
Yeah, exactly. It's like stay out of my way kind of thing, if you know.
But there's some other interesting ones. How could I gain influence over you? It's like, how can you kind of pull his strings to get him to do what you want? And how can I get your character to blank?
Can she follow me and see that I'm going after the van?
Well, it's up to her, but yeah, she can do whatever she wants.
How can I get your character to how could I gain influence over you?
That's something that you have to answer, Jeff, or Dante.
If you could keep police or security from interfering, or help me take this van out of commission, that'd be really nice.
So,
because yeah,
did you tell me about the van? Did I miss that?
No, you didn't.
No.
But you might be able to straight up creep this guy.
Yeah, if you want to follow me and see what I'm trying to do, that could answer your question.
Okay, dope. Let's just straight up creep.
Okay.
So who or what here is not what they seem? That's the right question to ask right now.
Is that a straight up creeping question?
That's a straight up creeping question. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't get to see that right away. However, your brother pulls up at the mouth of the alley, and you can hop aboard there and tell him where to go. He's on. Yeah. He's on the. We'll say he's on the same side because the streets on the governor's side have been blocked off, so he can't drive his van there. So yeah, he's facing the wrong way, but yeah, he pulls up just where the motorcycle, the empty space that the motorcycle left. What do you do?
I'm gonna get in the van and say, let's head, towards whatever direction the motorcycle took off in. Let's say it's northwest, and try to catch him where the traffic starts again, kind of thing.
All business, he says, and he pulls at you. No, how are you? And as he's like driving, he's a pretty good driver, but there's no move for having this unless you want to put this in as your gear. Do you want to just put the battle van as like a driving thing?
No. I don't know. This is like a chase.
It is. I think what you're doing is unleashing your powers because you're trying to overcome an obstacle.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Obstacle being
why is it?
There's no threat here. The obstacle is just maneuvering through this downtown landscape successfully in order to reach this guy.
Gotcha. Freak sucks. I got 6.
You pull around the corner and you hear sirens. As police immediately pull around from you're going. So there's this alley that you two just had your exchange in. The street where he drove his motorbike, he's driving down this way. You turn around to follow him, and the police cars, and now the top of the building is here. You're coming around the top of the building. The police cars are coming this way.
So they're like in oncoming traffic.
It's not a one-way street, it's 2 ways.
Yeah. but like they're going the opposite way.
Yeah.
To me. Okay.
So, I mean, here's the choice. You can draw their attention and catch up to this motorbike, or you can not draw their attention and lose sight of the motorbike.
What do you mean draw their attention?
Like the police's attention, because you're driving aggressively in an unmarked vehicle.
Yeah, I'm just not clear. Oh, the vehicle's marked. It's
Okay.
This is a perfectly legal crime fighting battle, Van. Thank you very much.
Sorry. So, what are you saying? I can draw their attention.
You have a choice, and this is one of the aspects of the game. Is I'm offering you a choice. You can drive aggressively and get the attention of the police, which you'll have to deal with in the fiction, and keep up with the motorbike, or you'll let them go and choose a different way to get what you want.
I see. Okay.
It's the toss up between, do I expose my secret identity, kind of a thing, or do I complete the mission?
Yeah. Okay. I see. And would that be provoking?
No, there's no role here. This is a choice that you just need to. Your brother's saying, "Oh, we got some
competing interests,
some cherries."
Yeah. Okay.
What do you want to do? He's asking.
I want to tell Martin to just follow the police.
Okay, they're going the opposite direction from you, so you'll need to turn around.
Is there anything in the way?
I mean, no, but you're driving erratically, so it says, "Okay, are you sure? 3, 2, 1." And
Go.
he starts pulling a Yui again, and now he's like following let's say there's 3 police cars that have kind of rounded the corner now, and he starts following the 3 of them. They immediately go up the street that you just came down. So like there's this side of the building that you came around, the police cars are there, you started following them, they start going up, and they start surrounding the building where
of course
the person with the gun was seen.
I'm going to ditch the van and try to get to a high vantage point to assess the situation.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just...
I'm just going. Yeah.
Okay. What's going to happen here? The police...
I don't know.
See that... Well, I make a move in a couple of situations. When you fail a move, when you look at me to see what happens, or when you ask for it. Right now you're asking for it. Because you are... So the police, they just drove up. They saw the person in the back saw this like Yui. They're now being followed by this. What color is your van? Is it like a black van, like a SWAT van, or is it a maintenance truck, or what is it?
It's just like silver.
Okay, so it's a silver.
It's like a big silver Mercedes, like 15 passenger.
Okay.
Kind of sucker.
And does it have any windows or logos or anything on it, or is it just...
Yeah, it's all blacked out though. No logos.
Okay.
There's windows on there though, blacked out windows.
Okay, so tinted windows.
Yeah.
So yeah, they see this tinted window silver van kind of pull a Yui in this intersection. There's honking of horns and everything as you start following them. And then
That van.
not suspicious at all.
Yeah.
And then they see, Martin slows the van down enough for you to open the door, and you kind of combat roll your way out behind these 3 cop cars. And so immediately they're like, freeze, hands up in the air.
They're already out of the cars? What the hell, man?
There's not a great distance, right? You just like, and you're driving at pretty big speed. So they've kind of like,
Oh, my thing was I get out of the van as soon as I realize they're turning down the same street. I'm just like, well, this isn't going to get us anywhere, so let's get out of here. I don't want Martin to turn down the same street, so I'm just like, just keep going.
Okay, that was a misunderstanding. You said follow the police, and so he was following the police.
Yeah.
So do you want him to, before you tuck and roll, are you going to get him to drive past the police?
So they were coming the opposite direction of us, right?
Yeah.
And then the police turned down the street that I just came down. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I did a U-turn to get onto the same road as them, and then when they turned down that street, I'm just like, no, Martin, just keep going. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up high.
Yeah. And so he drives past the police.
He drives past the police. Yeah.
I see. Okay, so you weren't asking for it. There's a lot to be said for clarity. All right, so you actually tell him to drive past the police then, and you find a spot around the corner to kind of unload and get to a high vantage point. Okay.
And you're trying to look out for the motorcycle. Look out for the.
And so you're trying to get a bead on this guy on the motorcycle.
Right.
Okay. And are you said you wanted to get in touch with the police? Like, is somebody calling the police? Are you calling the police? Is Martin calling the police?
That was at the time. Like when Dante came down off the building and before he'd gotten onto his motorcycle, I was hoping to alert a police presence to him before he could get away, kind of thing. But now that he's gotten away,
let's say that you did, and it just took them some time to get there, and this is what we're dealing with now. With these
as usual.
So anyway, yeah. You managed to climb another fire escape, and all those years in the dojo really come in handy because you're just doing stairs. And you're just like, you're winded by the time you get to the top, but you managed to get up there. Yeah, what are you doing, Dante?
Have I managed to catch up to the van? Not Vixen's van. The conspirator
plumbing van.
Let's say because you know where it was. Yeah, you've managed to get there.
Okay, I would like to ride up beside it and kind of like kick at a tire. Try to like damage the tire to cripple the van.
Okay. It sounds to me like you are unleashing your powers because you're not directly threatened right now. So yeah, you're trying to.
It's always good to roll freak where I can.
Just shut up.
Oh boy. That's a 3 and a 2 with a +3 for freak, which 8.
Still, yeah, it's an 8.
It's an 8. An 8 to unleashing your powers means you do it.
Unstable or temporary.
Yeah, you can either mark a condition, so you get hurt somehow, or you can lose control of your bike.
I'm gonna mark guilty because I feel bad that it's gotten as out of hand as it has.
That totally makes sense. What I want you to do then is take a -2 to provoke someone or assess the situation going forward. Okay,
Yeah.
so right now we have angry.
Am I still angry? Do I have 2 conditions right now?
And guilty. Yes, you do. Oh, yeah, because I don't think you've hurt anyone since you got angry. Angry happened kind of during or while you were punching that guy in the face.
He did throw the gun, though.
You
right?
did, and he did throw you.
He did throw me.
You can, let's say that you can clear angry, but now you're just feeling guilty.
Okay.
Did you say how I can clear the insecure?
No, I didn't. To clear the condition is on the basic moves. It's on the second page. So if you look on the second page, you can take a look for it. To clear guilty, you need to make a sacrifice to absolve your guilt. And to clear insecure, you can take foolhardy action without talking to your team. I mean, in this context, you don't have a team to talk to, but if you do something rash to prove yourself to yourself, then that would help with your insecurity.
So what do I do to clear guilty again?
You have to do something to sacrifice something to absolve your guilt, and it has to be a meaningful sacrifice.
Fair enough.
So yeah, how are you trying to stop the van? Are you just are you just kicking at the tire because you're inhumanly strong?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
if I can
you kind of reach out.
Tire enough out of alignment, cripple the van.
Yeah.
Then I still got like cops on my tail. They'll question these guys and uncover what was going on.
Yeah. So the cops actually went the different direction from the van. So they weren't after you specifically, but you kick out the tire, and all of a sudden, it's this.
I think Andrew's Wi-Fi cut out. Is that just being
he's frozen?
Yeah,
No,
we lost
still
that,
there.
Andrew.
Yeah, you were frozen there. We didn't hear what you said.
Froze a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear me say that you kicked the tire?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you kick the tire. The van does start to lose control. It starts spinning across traffic. An oncoming car smashes into the back end and kind of jolts it. You manage to drift just out of the side as it crosses into the next lane, and another vehicle smashes into it from the kind of sides. It gets sideswiped by it. And so you kind of pull ahead on your motorcycle as this van just causes all kinds of collateral damage. Yeah.
Do I see it?
Definitely. And you see a motorcycle driving off. Now would be now. Do you have enough time to creep on this guy? Well, what do you do? What do you do, Monstrosity?
I guess the last thing I'm worried about is the guy with the Bowie knife.
Twitchy knife guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you peel back and you're headed back to?
That is what I'm going to try to do, is head back and try to sense where this guy is.
Okay. I think, how much longer do you boys want to play tonight? It's 11:15.
I don't have to be up early tomorrow. It's a Saturday, so.
Okay, I'm asking Joe, the other dad.
Fair.
Yeah, not a whole lot longer. Maybe
Okay. I
Quarter
think
to
what
midnight.
we're going to do then is at that point, you hear a big explosion. Both of you hear. And Vixen, you see about like a troop of like half a dozen exoskeleton robot suited soldiers marching into the square. And one of them takes one of the secret security kind of looking dudes and throws them out of the way. And they are converging on, they're all coming from different directions, and they're converging on the location of the governor. And we'll call it there. That'll be our little cliffhanger. We haven't even gotten past the intro game.